Alright, welcome to another edition of What the Fuck, happenings in the YouTube atheist community and stick-em fun. That's right, I'm sitting down. Yeah, I did a walk and talk, but yeah, forget it. I didn't like the way it went, so I deleted that. Yeah, it's this YouTube thing again. I sort of decided I'm going to take a week off. I'm not going to watch any YouTube videos that aren't titled Google is evil. So if you want me to see your video, you have to put Google is evil in the title, or I'm not going to see it. And I'm going to post all my videos on Flip TV, link below. We'll probably update the website since I'll have a little more free time. So donotgod.com, you know, link, whatever. And I did go to create another YouTube account. I wanted to do something, you know, Google is evil as hell or some kind of shit like that. And I found out that YouTube does not allow you to make any Google is screen names. I mean, it doesn't matter what you put after Google is, you cannot create an account with Google is in the beginning. And that's just another perfect example of why these fucking corporations cannot be trusted. They are manipulating the system to their advantage. This has nothing to do with broadcasting yourself. It has nothing to do with protecting any of our social interests. We can't allow our rights to be under their control. That's just insanely stupid. And so it's got to be pointed out that they are evil. They need to be regulated. They need to be forced to provide for our free speech and free expression rights. And Google has changed their terms of service now when they talk about like the art images. The reason why this is started is because they did delete another one of my videos on the Doom, Bloom, Gloom, whatever channel, and it just had the stupid little figure art drawings in it. It is legitimate art. It's not obscene or vulgar. There's no excuse. It would be acceptable in any public library in America. It's disgusting that YouTube censors that kind of content, yet they will promote content that is overtly sexual, overtly obscene in terms of the gestures and the statements being made by its people it partners with. You know, the perfect example, I think, is the Sports Illustrated models who all did a series, all videos featured by YouTube, where all they were wearing was paint. I like the videos myself. They're in some of them are favorited, so I'm certainly not against the content. But it's a complete lie to say YouTube has some necessary or important reason why it needs to censor our content. Mild figure art can't be thrown into some category of pornography. They have no legal liability if they publish the material. They're doing it because they've chosen to censor that material because they wish to control what boobage, what innuendo. They want to control all that, and that's why their partnered channels are allowed to use images that have nothing to do with the content, that are just solicitations, sexual solicitations and exploitations. It's because they want to control it. They don't want anybody diluting or competing with their content, and it's that simple. And it's disgusting that this is the standard. Like I said, there's no social pressure on them. I'm sure partnered channels have gotten flagged many more times by people offended by the obscene gestures and the other nonsense that goes on. They've ignored those flags. The only content that they care to remove and censor is our content because it might compete with their content, and it's that fucking simple. And it's not an acceptable contract. It's not what I agreed to when I signed up for YouTube, that's for sure. I didn't agree to be censored unnecessarily by standards that are completely and entirely to YouTube's advantage. Their slogan was a lie. It has nothing about broadcasting yourself. It has to do with broadcasting content they wish you to broadcast, period. And they're going to use a sledgehammer, they're going to use a machine gun to oblige you to comply. They'll delete your content, they'll exterminate your right to speak if you don't comply to their wishes. And those wishes have nothing to do with a necessity, not even a direct financial interest. It really just has to do with power and control. And so the whole thing is a lie. Google's always been an evil company, and they're just demonstrating and proving it. So anyway, back to the point. So if you go to sign up, you can't sign up. You cannot create an account that says Google is in it. Now they don't block that for other corporations. They don't have this freedom to have to censor any content that might be disparaging or insulting to them. So Google will allow other companies to be insulted in screen names, and that's just fine. But they've made themselves immune on this platform. I mean, that's just taking such advantage of their position. It shows they can't be trusted with this responsibility. They don't give a damn about fairness. They don't give a damn about free expression. They don't give a damn about the United States Constitution. They are an evil bastard company, and we should do everything we can not to do business with them. And so, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, but like I said, I'll post videos on Blip, the hell with it, and I'll see where it goes from there. And so it's for at least a week. I'm hoping that after a week it'll be easier to let go. The addiction will pass. I mean, I gave up television, so I should be able to give up YouTube. Yeah, fuck it. This is not an acceptable circumstance. I mean, having one of my videos flagged is not the end of the world. It's only one strike. But the fact, too, that, I appealed it, and they rejected the appeal very quickly. And, but they don't give you the appeal. They only let you have 100 characters. Barely 2 sentences to appeal. How can you possibly explain why a video is not a violation of the terms and service in 2 sentences? It's just it's a preposterous expectation. Disgusting, grotesque. And so I'm certainly considering the legal thing still. I mean, I think if I make a video and ask people to donate to the cost of it, you probably will. So it's just a matter of me wanting to take on the responsibility of following through and giving it a fair shot. I mean, it's just such a task to try to get through the legal system. I'm just so sick of it. But yeah, it really should be done. This is just bullshit. The double standard is obvious. Our rights have migrated onto this digital medium. There's no doubt about that. Fundamental constitutional rights are now exercised on this medium, and having it controlled by corporations is insane. You do not allow corporations to edit your First Amendment. You just don't do it. You can't do it. Not in America. It shouldn't be even possible for this to happen to us. For them to have an unregulated monopoly that controls basic, fundamental constitutional rights, and they're allowed to practice any kind of discrimination they choose for any reasons. No, this is just totally unacceptable. This is our real life now. We exercise our real freedoms of expression on the internet, and we have to have guaranteed and protected rights from these evil, evil, evil corporations. So anyway, I did create a new account on YouTube called Evoogle, evil, and then OOGLE. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to bother posting any videos, but if you want to PM me or something, you'll have to do it there, because I won't be signing on to any of my other accounts. And yeah, I mean, just fuck YouTube, fuck Google. And it is Google. Google is evil. Everybody has to say it. We all have to sing songs. People got to write songs about how evil Google is. It's just they're out of control, and somebody needs to slap them hard. And I don't have the power to do that, but I certainly do have the power to not feed the monster, and so I'm not going to feed it. So if you want to have a philosophical discussion, do something else, you'll have to do it on Blip TV or someplace else. But I won't be watching YouTube videos. So see you in a week or so, and such.